Hey everybody, this is Andrew with Digital Nomad Journey. Welcome. This is where we support digital nomads, remote workers seeking the laptop lifestyle and being location independent. Welcome. I'm going to do a quick audio check here. Hey everybody. Yeah, there seems to be a bit of a delay, but it looks like it is working. You have to check these things because sometimes there is some pretty crazy technical glitches. At least from my experience, there has been. So welcome to my relatively new live stream series. These are Q&A sessions that I am committed to running for you 3 times a week, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 4 p.m. UK time, 11 a.m. Eastern, and 8 a.m. Pacific. This is relatively new. Hair's doing something funky. This is the quarantine look. This is something relatively new I started doing not too long ago. I created Digital Nomad Journey shortly after the pandemic crisis started, shortly after it began. And I was influenced by some influencers that I follow that go live on a very regular basis. And I felt, it's probably about time that I do the same because I know when you're considering being a digital nomad or doing a radical shift in your lifestyle, your head is full of all kinds of questions. So I gather frequently asked questions from multiple locations. Sometimes people send me emails. Sometimes people direct message me on various social media platforms. And I have decided to answer them to you here on these live streams. But if you do happen to join us live, please join us in the live chat. I don't know if you can see this. Live chat, it's pretty small. I got to work on that. But you could drop your questions in the live chat. And if you are here live, I will certainly check back here frequently to make sure that your questions are being addressed. And if you're watching the recording, please leave your questions in the comment section below. I will be sure to provide answers to every single question that is asked, including the ones that I don't even have the access to the information, because chances are if I don't have the answer, I probably know where to dig it up. I have interviewed this hair, what is going on? I've interviewed various experts on my YouTube channel, and if you are new coming across me and Digital Nomad Journey for the very first time, welcome. Thanks for being here. You are clearly trying to better yourself, learn a new skill, develop a better understanding. You're not watching cat videos or dog videos. Not that there's anything wrong with cat videos and dog videos. I've watched more than my fair share as well. So today we are going to answer, how do you prepare? How do you prepare to being a digital nomad and entering this nomadic lifestyle? I truly believe right now is the best time to prepare to be a digital nomad, because chances are you're probably not doing a lot of traveling, and many people are drawn towards the digital nomadic laptop lifestyle so that you can travel, so that you can have that flexibility and not be tied to any specific geographic region. Right now, people, are not traveling that much. And a lot of people are watching YouTube videos, and a lot of people are taking online courses, and a lot of people are reading books and listening to podcasts and looking for inspiration and perhaps a new way of doing things, because maybe the old model, the old work-life model you were following before, maybe it fell apart. Maybe you got laid off. Maybe you were furloughed. Maybe your hours have been cut back. Maybe your clients have disappeared. And there's a lot of people and a lot of businesses hurting right now. And if you are here, it's probably because you are considering becoming a remote worker. And I know my head was full of all kinds of questions when I first started out. I wish I had a YouTube channel or a book to read or a podcast to listen to. And there just wasn't that much out there, at least from what I came across a couple years ago when I started my journey. And now I'm happy to provide free information to all kinds of people that are looking for a transition into this lifestyle. And before we get things kicked off here, I do want to quickly share that I did publish my book just recently, The Digital Nomad Lifestyle Guide. I started, it was one of my goals in 2020 to write a book, and I was just about to publish it when the crisis hit, the pandemic started. So I had to rewrite the book so that it was made sense, whether you're reading it today or 5 years from now. And there's tons of information in there with regards to how to find a remote job, how to be a remote entrepreneur, how to be a remote freelancer. Doesn't matter what category you fall into. I promise you will find value in this book. It's completely free. Go to digitalnomadjourney.com/free book. and get your free copy today. I've already started receiving some positive feedback from people. Many people have been able to read it in a single day or a single week, and I've been getting some good feedback back so far. I truly hope that it's valuable. I would love to hear what your opinion of it is as well. So leave that comment in the description below this video, or send me a message if you're a little bit more private. Some people don't like to leave public comments, and I understand that. So that's why I certainly make myself available for those direct messages as well. But make sure you get your copy today so that you can learn how to be a digital nomad. Okay, getting right back to it here. So how do you prepare to be a digital nomad? How do you prepare for the digital nomad life? Because for many of you, it's probably a massive transition. I've learned my lesson on these live streams. I bring water now. Answer number 1, travel documents. Make sure you have all your travel documents and government ID ready and valid, like a passport, driver's license. Passport for obvious reasons for international travel. Driver's license, you may just need a form of photo identification. You don't want to be carrying around your passport to all these different locations. And then also, obviously, it comes in handy when you want to rent a vehicle, hire a vehicle. I've rented vehicles in many locations in the UK, in the Canary Islands, in Spain, and I've gone on beautiful drives because I have a valid driver's license. Birth certificate, probably unlikely that you'll need that, but it's another form of government ID, which may come in handy. Work visas, obviously, if you're planning on more of a long-term stay, that would be an issue as well. Hell, even your scuba certification. Excuse me. Now, in a previous life, I was a scuba instructor, and I want to be fully transparent to everyone watching this. I actually don't have my scuba certification on me, but the way I know that it still works is because when I was a professional, I know you can look up your PADI number, and I have my instructor number memorized. So whenever I go to a dive shop, I can give them my dive instructor number, even though I don't work as a dive instructor anymore, and they can identify me and bring up all my certificates, knowing that I'm a very advanced and very educated and experienced scuba diver. So I can dive anywhere I want to go in the world because PADI, PADI, Professional Association of Diving Instructors, is the widest organization. Didn't mean to go off on that tangent there, but also make sure you check your expiry dates. Make sure you keep all these travel documents in a very safe location. Every digital nomad has their own way of doing things, but I'm sure you will have a process that you will find valuable to you. When you're actually traveling, I certainly prefer front pockets over back pockets. Front pockets for all your important documents. Never the breast pocket of a jacket. I made that mistake once. Lost a passport because of that. Put all your important stuff in your front pockets. That way, there's no sense of pulling it out of your back pocket when you want to sit down in a comfortable way, because you're probably sitting for long periods of time on a plane or in the airport. And then obviously check expiry dates. Quick segue here for a personal experience. I'm actually going through this situation right now as we speak. If you have watched me before, you'll know that I'm currently located in Scotland. This is where I was located when the pandemic hit, and I opted to stay put because I knew I was safe. Now, my most countries will allow you to enter their jurisdiction as a tourist, and they'll have varying degrees as to how long that they're allowing you to stay as a tourist. Please check the country that you're traveling to and do all your necessary homework. In most places, it's going to be 3 or 6 months. And I actually have just recently lapsed my 6-month stay in the UK, but I reached out to the immigration office and the officials, explained my situation. It was no surprise for them. I did have plans to leave the UK back in March. Those plans were canceled. I lost my money, didn't get a refund, didn't get a voucher or anything from the airline. And so that clearly made me a little hesitant to book another flight because I didn't want to lose even more money. Because when you lose $1,500, that stings a little bit. So I decided to stay put, explain my situation in the immigration office, and they were totally understanding. Gave me a new date to shoot for to make sure I have travel plans to leave by, and I can say right now I'm a lot more comfortable about traveling in late June, early July, mid July now than I would have been. I wouldn't have been very comfortable traveling even a month ago. So it's important to keep an eye on these situations. You certainly don't want to give any immigration office a reason to blacklist you or flag you. And because I clearly have plans to travel in and around the UK in the coming months and years for the rest of my life, likely, I certainly do not want to give them any reason to not enter me, not allow me to enter the country. And to add on this first rule, it certainly is beneficial when you don't have a criminal record check and if you've never been denied entry to their country or any country before, which is the case with myself. But if you are watching this and you do have a criminal record, you might want to look at different processes to expunge your record or have it cleared if that's possible for you, simply because some countries will look into that aspect of your lifestyle, right? So I probably went a little bit more detailed there than you needed, but for rule number one, answer number one on how to prepare right now, if you're stuck, you're bored, you're at home, this is a great opportunity to do the paperwork and get the ball rolling on some of these documents. You may find that lots of government offices are not operating at their normal staffing levels. So, and when those people return to work, there's going to be a massive backlog. So you want to keep that in mind. Even if you don't have any travel plans set as of right now, you're certainly going to want to get the ball rolling now so that if you do make some travel plans a month from now, 2 months from now, at least you've already started the process to acquire your passport or what have you. Okay. Number two, reduce and or eliminate expenses. This is hopefully an obvious one. This is something that you could clearly do right now without traveling, if you're stuck in a particular location and you're dreaming about traveling the world or dreaming about a laptop lifestyle as a digital nomad, just reduce those expenses. Get rid of those bills that's not really bringing you any joy. Cancel that gym membership. Cancel those regular payments of what have you that doesn't bring you any joy. Secure some travel and health insurance that will cover your needs if the worst happens. This, I hope, is an obvious one. There's all kinds of travel insurance and digital nomad insurance options available to you. I will make sure, I just thought of this, I should have included it in the description before we started. I will make sure to include a link to a digital nomad insurance service that I've used in the past that I've been very happy with, called Safety Wing. And full disclosure, it is an affiliate link. I am a partner with them, and I prefer to promote products and services that I have personal experience with because they have brought my life value, and I would expect them to bring you value as well. So if you click on that link and make a purchase, I will receive a small commission at no additional cost to yourself. But this is certainly rule number two, and something that you can get done ahead of time to prepare for that digital nomad lifestyle. Okay, quick check here. Looks like we're all right on the comments. Number three, develop skills and work as a digital nomad remote worker. Hopefully this is more of the obvious one, but again, you're stuck at home right now. You can't do much right now. So if you've been a location-based employee, entrepreneur, or freelancer most of your life, right now is the best time to develop a new skill set. Right now is the best time. There are people watching free YouTube videos and learning how to code. They're learning how to be computer programmers by watching free YouTube videos. If you want to streamline the process, learn from someone else who's already made the mistakes and perhaps speed up your chances of success, it'd probably help if you pay for a course. No, I don't have any online courses to sell, maybe one day, but I have benefited so much in my life from buying and purchasing online courses. And I cannot recommend that enough to anybody who's watching this, because you will probably, your chances of success are not guaranteed, but you will increase your chances of success. And if you can compress decades into days, if you can leverage someone else's learning, someone else's mistakes and experiences to ramp up your learning curve, then why not? Just get it done. And right now is the perfect time to do this, to prepare to be a digital nomad. So I'm harping on this because now's a great time to dive right in and learn. There are more professions now that are hiring remote than ever before. Yes, you probably have experienced a lot more competition out there, but it's still, if you approach life with abundance mentality, then you will find that there's more than enough to go around. And that's been my experience. I I like to step forward and raise the bar and become a better version of myself, and I encourage you to do the same. I promise you, if you put the effort in, you will see results eventually. I can't say it's going to be tomorrow or next week or next month, but from my own personal experience, I would have to say that I'm very grateful for setting myself up for success by taking on challenges and expanding my comfort zone and looking at obstacles and finding solutions to those obstacles, because otherwise I would not be where I am today. And yes, I do have to plan a trip back to Canada so that I can I can to follow up on my earlier point. I am Canadian and I do have to plan a trip back to Canada. But I expect I will probably be back in the UK in some not too distant future because I love it here. Okay, so yeah, if you are working as a location dependent person, you're tied to a geographic area. Perhaps you are considered essential services. So, which means this pandemic would not maybe perhaps have disrupted your lifestyle too much, but now you've seen what's possible. Now you've seen what's possible out there. I would certainly encourage you to take a look at building up a different skill set on the side. Do that 1 hour a day, 2 hours a day, the weekends, whatever free time that you have, to develop that skill set that you could do remotely. Start your own business, get a job, a part-time job, be a freelancer, so that you can recognize the potential a year from now, 2 years from now, when you're ready to step away from a location-based position to experience the freedom of being a digital nomad or a virtual freelancer, right? So it's all about doing something today that your future self will thank you for, right? My current position right now, I have to return back to Canada because my passport's going to expire in a couple months. And 5 years ago, when I got my passport, I bought the 5-year passport instead of the 10-year passport. And now I'm kicking myself. Now that's my personal story. That's my situation. And it's just a small example. But 5 years ago, I probably wanted to save the $20 or the $30 or the $50, whatever. And now I have to make a massive change in my living situation because I didn't buy the 10-year passport. So it's all about doing something today that your future self will thank you for, right? And right now, perfect time to do it. Perfect time to do it because people really aren't. I mean, I know social distancing is starting to get a little better and things are starting to relax regulation-wise, but that doesn't mean that you can't still prepare now for a future eventuality. I think it's only realistic to assume that there's going to be future headaches, future viruses, future natural disasters, future what have you, political, civil unrest. And if you want to be that location independent person, you'll be prepared. You'll be ready because you did the work today. All right. Number 4, decide on a destination. And it's okay if your home office, your bedroom, your living room is your destination for right now, but dive into an ideal dream location. A dream location that's going to motivate you to take action so that you put in that work and that effort that I was just talking about a moment ago. Because you're going to get home from work and you're going to be tired. The last thing you want to do is learn a new skill or watch a course or read this material to determine if it's a skill that you can learn. And I get it. Everybody's got batteries that you need to recharge. But if you're able to go through that short-term discomfort, then you're going to achieve that long-term goal that you so desperately want. And if you're here, it's because you want to learn how to be a digital nomad and you want to know how to prepare for a radical lifestyle shift. It is a radical lifestyle shift. I went through it myself a couple years ago, and I can only imagine the millions of questions that's going through your head right now, and I'm trying to answer a few of them for you just right now on this live stream. I'm here to serve, use people like myself, books, podcasts, YouTube videos to answer those questions and increase your chances of success. But pick a location that is your ultimate dream goal. Oh, I gotta experience, whether it's Thailand or Bali or South America, somewhere in South America, Australia, Canada. You'll have a location that will inspire you to take action, and I would love to see that fuel the fire. Okay, number 5. Set goals and create a plan. Maybe it's cliche to say this, but if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. If you have the mindset of setting up a 30 or 60 or 90-day goal, and then checking in on your goals every day, every week, every month, to see where you're at, to measure your progress, you're far more likely to achieve the goal that you set out for, right? Versus just saying blatantly out in the open, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that. If you actually sit down and write your goals, save them in your calendar, put a little calendar reminder, put alarms reminding you that you should be done this by this date and that by that date. Set a plan and stick to it. And even if you don't achieve all those micro goals, you'll be able to look back over the previous 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, and you're going to see progress. And you can pat yourself on the back and say, yeah, I did that. I'm that much closer to being a digital nomad. And what better time to do that than right now? You're probably on lockdown. Maybe you're doing a 14-day self-isolation because you just did a trip. And most governments right now are requiring people to do a 14-day self-isolation before being able to go anywhere. Use that 14 days to develop a new skill set and learn how to be a digital nomad. Okay, number 6, last one. Join a digital nomad community. I love this tip so much, even though I left it to last. It's so very important. You want to surround yourself with those like-minded people. You will increase your chances of success. A rising tide raises all ships, right? So if you are with people on a similar mission, on a similar path to yourself, you even if you did nothing, you will organically, and I shouldn't say it that way. I shouldn't say it that even if you did nothing, you'd have to do something, right? But you will find that you'll start asking better questions, because quite often it's not about getting the right answers. It's asking better questions, so that you are encouraged by the right people to move. If you want to improve your fitness, you're going to end up going to the gym and hanging out with naturally more fit people because they're at the gym. So birds of a feather flock together. And if you are surrounding yourself with a similar like-minded person with a similar goal, all the power to you, all the better to you. And then to step it up even further than that, I would challenge you to get an accountability buddy or join a mastermind where you're holding each other accountable. Man, this is crazy. Where you're holding each other accountable, making sure that you're actually on track, moving forward, moving the needle, and getting some traction on those goals. Because let me tell you, it's super uncomfortable at the end of the week when you have to look at that person eyeball to eyeball, or over the phone, what have you, and explain that you did not achieve your goals for the previous week, and then you have to explain why, right? And it's even better if you have to have, if you set it up in such a way that there's some kind of negative reinforcement. My mentor tells a story about how he would give his friend $500 pull it out of the ATM, give his friend $500. And if he didn't accomplish a goal by a certain deadline, it could be by the end of the day, he tells his friend, you can keep that $500. So you can imagine how motivated you are to accomplish your goal, to get that $500 back. Why am I not drinking water? All right. Okay. And final point on that, like I have on the screen there, you'll find the link to my Telegram chat group, the community chat, down in the description below. Make sure you click on that if you use Telegram and join the community. It's still a small community right now, but I want to support that community as best I can and bring a group of like-minded people together. And so that we can lean on one another, so we can support one another, and you'll find that you can get. I'm a big fan of the saying, if you want to go fast, go alone. Go alone. If you want to go long, go with others. Find your tribe, find your people, right? So, once again, this book, Digital Nomad Lifestyle Guide, it's totally free. Go to digitalnomadjourney.com/free book to get your free copy today. I hope you enjoy it. Let me know what you think. I'm going to go take a quick look at the chat. Doesn't look like I'm getting any live questions today, but I want to be here for you. I want to serve any and all people who are looking to achieve a digital nomadic lifestyle, a laptop lifestyle, or maybe you just want to work from home. Right now, that is the reality, that a lot of people are just looking for ways to generate an income from home. And right now is a very exciting time to be in that position, because there was already a growing trend of companies hiring remote before the COVID-19. And since COVID-19 started, companies, some of these brands are Twitter, Facebook, they've made announcements that they're allowing their employees to work at home in perpetuity forever. And a lot of these companies, these CEOs, these founders, these managers are realizing that they can save huge expenses on business expenses if their staff stay at home, because an employee is just cheaper when they stay at home. And think about it, all the time you're going to capture from commuting back and forth between work, or all the money you're going to save on eating out, or all the money you're going to save on that business wear that you were expected to wear because you're trying to fit that culture in the office space. I've heard from multiple people sending me messages on the different social media chats about the mental health issue, and the fact that they're saving all kinds of money, and the fact they can spend more time with pets and loved ones. And I mean, can you imagine, taking care of sorry, there is something in my eye. Can you imagine being able to take care of a loved one, of a family member, someone who's sick or injured, or an elderly grandparent, because you're able to work at home and have that much more control over your lifestyle? These are factors that you just can't put a price tag on. It's exciting and valuable stuff. So I encourage you to reach out to a community, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you want to look for come across more content like this. I'm recording another interview tomorrow with another digital nomad expert, and I hope to publish that for you later on this week. I'm excited to share a lot more content with you in the coming days, weeks, and months. I am committed to bring more content that is beneficial to me, and I hope will help you as well. So you'll be able to find me right back here at the same time, 4 p.m. UK time, and 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific, on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I'll be back in 2 days with another FAQ, another frequently asked question that new digital nomads and remote workers ask frequently. It doesn't look like I have any questions in the chat this time, which is okay. But if you are here watching me live, thank you so much. I appreciate you. And if you're watching the recording, then you might want to check out these videos right here that the YouTube algorithm seems to think you'll enjoy as well. Own the day.